channel. We are in Vegas right now and I'm so excited. I know I should be going out and having fun instead of making a video, but I just have to make this video right now. I have been going to the pool for like 3 days in a row and I'm totally burned in my shoulders. My face is like different colors and patterns everywhere. But anyway, today we are doing a story that I didn't think I would do anytime soon in my young adult life. Okay, so my brother's wedding is on Saturday and we were getting ready, getting our nails done, looking for our dresses and getting everything ready, packing our bags. So my mom decided to go do her nails, right? So she calls me and says she's on her way to the nail salon, and I told her I wasn't going because I was with my boyfriend and it was late. So I end up calling her and I'm like, my mom's gonna go to the nail salon. She's not gonna be able to explain what she wants because usually they don't speak any Spanish or English actually, so it's very difficult to communicate with them. So I'm like, I should go and help her out, So I did, and I called her. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way. I don't know if I'm gonna get my nails done, but I'll be there with you. Okay, so that happened. I get to the nail salon and there's about 2 people ahead of us that I knew of. And I sat down. The lady didn't say anything, like, what are you getting? They're like, manicure, pedicure, you manicure, pedicure, whatever. So she didn't say anything. I was like, okay, whatever. My mom's here, so we were here for my mom, not for myself. But anyway, so we sat down and we were talking to the ladies, having a conversation. And then we're like, okay, so we're after this lady. And then another lady shows up. She's like, oh no, we're behind her and her. But I guess they were waiting outside because the nail lady knew them already. So they were like, oh, you're going next. Not knew them personally, but knew that they were next. So I told my mom, I'm like, hey, so how many people are in front of us? She's like, her. And there are like 6 people in front of us. I'm like, you should have told us because we wouldn't have waited that long, because 6 people is a good 2 hours if they're getting a manicure and pedicure. So it's like 2 hours of waiting. So we waited literally for 2 hours, right? We waited for 2 hours. I was tired, it was late, I was hungry, I was frustrated because there were so many people there, and there were 3 people working, but it was still not enough to take in all the people. So it's my mom's turn, right? And there was this one lady who did not speak any English or Spanish, so it was really hard to communicate with her. And I didn't like the job that she was doing either. She was very like aggressive and very like non-caring. It seemed like she didn't care what she was doing. It didn't look like she was interested, like she just wanted to go home. Maybe she was tired, she wanted to celebrate 4th of July the next day. I don't know. But I told my mom, hey, you should go do it with that lady. And the lady that my mom did her nails with was actually the owner of the nail place. And this I found out because the ladies were talking and they're like, oh yeah, the owner is right there. She's the owner, she's the owner. I was like, okay. So my mom gets her nails done by the owner. Okay, so she starts to get her nails done, right? And by now I'm aware that she's getting it done by the owner. But either way, I'm still like, this is my mom, be nice to her, take care of her or whatever. Jokingly, but not jokingly, I've been to places where people have gotten cut or they make them bleed or they cut the nail too short. So I told her, I'm like, this is my mom, be nice to her, be careful. Or just be extra gentle with her, right? She starts doing the process, whatever, and I look at my mom. I'm like, hey, like, is everything fine? Is she doing a good job? She's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so it's my turn, and I decided to choose a lady who I saw that was working a little bit slower, but she was working very calmly, very slowly to make sure that she's doing the right thing, and it just looked like she was a nice lady. So I told her I'm gonna wait for her because there was another lady that had opened up. So this lady sits me down because I got my manicure and pedicure. She sat me down to do my pedicure, and I was soaking my feet, everything was perfect. She cleaned up my nails, she cut them, painted them, filed them, did everything she was supposed to do. I was over there chilling, getting my massage done and everything. It was perfect. At first I wanted a French tip on my nails, but then I realized that my nails were so short, it wasn't really looking nice. So I told her in the first one that she did, I'm like, you know what, can you just do them all white? She's like, yeah, because your nails are really short and it's gonna look kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell, so let's just do them all white. So she did them all white. They look nice, they look beautiful, and I absolutely love them. But next, Mom is sitting right next to me. Next was my manicure. And my first mistake coming in the nail salon was not knowing for sure what I wanted to get, because then they could have easily changed my mind, or they could have convinced me to do something else. So she's like, okay, so what are you getting? I'm like, I want all white nails because I got my toes done white and I wanted to match them. So she's like, oh, no, the French white tip looks really nice. And I was like, you know, I was thinking about it, and then I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's do it. Let's do the French white tip that you say looks so nice, right? So she begins to put on acrylics, right? And she's watching TV, and what's on? America's Got Talent. Believe me or not, I love that show. I love watching the contestants, but you should not be watching TV while you're doing my nails. Like, literally, not just like stopping what she's doing and watching TV. She's like this.
Oh, she good. Oh, I like.
Right? And it's awkward because there's like 2 people in the room and I'm making this video. Anyway, she's multitasking, which is perfect, you know, but just don't multitask while you're doing my nails, because I want to make sure my nails are done good, you know, I want to make sure they're done perfectly. She proceeds to put on the acrylics, right? And 4 nails onto my right hand. She's like, oh, and she starts like rumbling around, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, tell me, what did you do, or what are we doing? Like, tell me what's happening. And she's like, oh my, and she starts rumbling through her things, and then I see her pull out another box of acrylics, but it was the clear ones. And I mean the white ones, you know how they have the clear acrylics and then the white acrylics. So she takes out a box of white acrylics, and this lady proceeds to take off my fake acrylics that are already keep in mind, they are crazy glued to my nail. All 4 of them. She was almost done with my right hand, she just needed the thumb. All 4 of these nails are crazy glued to my fingers, crazy glued, and they haven't been sitting there for a couple seconds, a couple minutes. They had been sitting there for a good 5 minutes, okay? And she gets one of those clippers and she starts peeling it off. I'm like, ouch, that hurts. And she just continues doing it. I'm like, hey, you know, that hurts. It's hurting. And she's like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm like, it's not okay because you're not feeling what I'm feeling. It's freaking hurting my nails. So she proceeds to take them off. And by the 4th one, I'm irritated already, because first of all, they shouldn't have happened. She shouldn't have been distracted. She shouldn't have put on the wrong acrylics. And thirdly, when she took the acrylics off, she should have at least soaked my hands like in warm water or in some acetone to take off the nail easily. But this one just pulled it off like she was peeling off a freaking banana or something. So she peels it off and she's like, oh, no, it's okay. The thing was, I wouldn't have mind if this happened, but my nails were so short because I had just done acrylics like a week before, and I had just taken them off. And you know how the acrylics mess up your nail really bad. They leave them really thin, very short, especially if you don't take them off properly, you pretty much ruin your nails. And that's what I did, of course. I ruined my nails, so when I went back, they were really short, like really short to the point where they hurt if I would touch it on the corner because they were just so short. So the fact that this lady super glued it to the corner of my nail, which there was pretty much no nail left, and teared it off. When she tore it off, she tore off more of my nail, meaning it was too short. It was not just short, it was just way too short. So it started hurting, and my pinky started bleeding. Not hysterically, but you know, you could see that the blood wanted to come up. And I was like, you hurt me, you know that, right? And she said, no, it's okay, I make it look pretty. Okay, you go ahead and make it look pretty. So I was already pissed at this point, because I'm not paying to get hurt. I'm not paying for them to make me bleed. I'm not paying to do crappy job, you know. So I'm already pissed. And then she starts to put the white tips. And you know how they measure how long you like it? She puts the measure, she cuts it, and after she cuts it, she's like, "You want it that long?" You're supposed to ask me before you cut the nail, so just in case, you know, just in case I don't like it how you want it, I can change it and make it shorter or make it longer. But the thing is, when you cut it, you can't make the nail longer. You can just go shorter from there. And this lady cuts the pinky up to maybe like right here. I don't know if I can show you, but like up to right here. And she's like that, and she had already chopped it off. I'm like, no, not like that. I want my nails long. I like my acrylics long. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to take it off again. So this lady proceeds to harm me again. She peels off my pinky, which was the one that was injured the most, and I was gonna be like, you know, just leave it like that, but no, I wanted my long acrylics. So she takes it off and proceeds to put another one and cut it the size that I wanted, right? But at this point, the white tips were this size, the size where my nail ends. So this was all white, and then it had like a nude at the bottom, right? When they usually do a French tip, is a nude and then the white tip at the top. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, hold up, this doesn't look good, but it's not done yet, right? So let's just wait and see. Maybe she does a magic trick and these look like Beyonce's nails or something, because what they look like right now is like if I want to go do them in the corner. So I gave her a chance. I'm like, okay, I'm not liking them right now, but maybe she's gonna do something to them. So what she does, she adds, I said, the nude, and she gave me an option. She's like, you want this white powder or you want this nude one? And I'm like, let's go with the nude, because the white-ish, no, a pink powder, and I didn't want it pink. So she gives me this nude and she puts it on. She's like, how do you like it? I'm like, it looks ugly, I don't like it. She's like, okay, let me try ombre. And I'm like, ombre, okay, let's see. Ombre sounds nice, you know. We see so many designs of like mint and then two white ombre, or really nice ombres, you know. So she proceeds to do the ombre. She's done and she shows it to me. She's like, how do you like it? I'm like, I don't, it looks ugly. Like, it looks really ugly. The thing was that with the ombre, it's supposed to be an ombre. It's supposed to go from like one shade to the next, a transition. But hers was not properly made, so you could see a very like sharp line through my nail that showed where the color changes. And in a good ombre, it's supposed to just like smoothly, you know, transition. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. So she's like, I told you, like, you're supposed to, it's a French tip, it's not ombre. I'm like, hold up, you don't start talking to me like that, because I am the customer, and if I want something done that I'm paying for, you're gonna do it the way that I want to, because I'm paying for it, right? So she does the ombre. I don't like it. She takes it off, and she does the nude. She puts the nude back. She's like, okay. I'm like, and she keeps asking me. She's like, do you like it? I'm like, no. She asked me again, do you like it? I'm like, nope, it's ugly, sorry, I don't like it. Not once did I say I like it. Not once did I lie to her, because I didn't want her to think that I liked what I was paying for. You know, I did not like it. And I want her pictures, trust me. I took some pictures to show you, and they're not ugly. They're not the ugliest thing, but I don't like them for myself. And those white tips are meant to be short, so that's why they look so weird, because they were such a long tip, right? So if it was a shorter tip, they would look nice. She's finishing up or whatever. She's filing it, she's cutting it, and then she starts telling me, oh, usually I charge customers, you know, $5 extra for this and $5 extra for that. And I'm just like, hold up. So the only reason these nails look weird to me is because the tips are super long, and they're not supposed to be that long when they're white tips. And she didn't even put the glitter on top of it. I had to request it myself. My ring finger, you can still see the ombre that she attempted to do. You can still see the transition that she not cover up, and she didn't cover up, and she didn't clean it up well. Before we started, I asked you for a price, or a price estimate, you know, around there. And you said $35 for acrylics, and I'm paying you $35 for acrylics. And she's like, oh, well, people, I usually charge more for extra this and extra that. She's like, so it's gonna be around 50. I'm like,
Hold on.
you just made my finger bleed. You did it twice because you had to peel it off twice. You're doing something that I don't like, and I'm telling you I don't like it. You're not doing anything about it. You cut it too short. You didn't ask me, and now you want to charge me $50. She wanted to charge me $50.
She told me 35. And now all of a sudden she wants $25 more.
So I'm like, hold on, no, you did not say that. You said 35. And she's like, no, but next time. I'm like, no, next time. You told me 35 and I am paying you 35. You cannot just be adding things and prices in the process of painting my nails. You need to tell me that before, because I want to know how much I'm paying and if it's worth paying that. So I'm like, I'm gonna give you 35, and I wasn't even gonna give you 35 because you hurt me and you did not do what I wanted you to do. So before she had even said that, I was like, I'm gonna give this lady $30 because it's not worth 35. So the fact that she went to 50, I was like, no, wait, I'm not even giving you 40, 45, nothing. I'm giving you 35 because that's what you said. Right. So she finishes and she said, how do you like it? I don't like it, ma'am. I've told you 4 times. I do not like my nails. I don't like how they look. I don't like the customer service here because I had to wait 2 hours to be seen. I don't like it. I don't like it. My nails look ugly. And she's like, oh no, they're pretty. And I asked the other workers that were there, I'm like, do you like my nails? Like, be honest, do you like it? And there was this lady who I told you doesn't speak English or Spanish, so she was just like, and I couldn't ask her anything because she couldn't understand anything, like anything. Not, I like this color, or excuse me, I want nothing. So I was like, okay, bet. So I asked this other lady that worked there, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty, and I would do them for myself. And of course they're gonna say that, you know, they're not gonna be like, oh, my boss's job is horrible, I don't like it. No, of course they're gonna say they like it. So I'm like, okay, I don't like it, I still don't like it, you're not convincing me. So we go to pay. And I was paying for my mom's nails. She got a pedicure done, I got my manicure and pedicure done. So we go to pay, and she's like, okay, this is your total. I'm like, okay, that's fine. She's like, you're gonna pay cash, right? I'm like, no, I do not carry, you know, that much cash with me because I have my card. She's like, oh, well, it's because...
After 10 o'clock, our machines turn off for the ATM.
Oh, I didn't say this, but we were there really late and they closed at 7:30. We left like at 10:30. So they stayed to finish our nails because of course we're gonna pay them, right? So she's like, yeah, the ATM doesn't work right now. You're gonna have to go home and get some money. She wanted me to go home. Go home, go to my house. It wasn't far away, but it was late. It was dark and we were walking home. I was like,
nah, I'm not going home.
You are taking my card and you are charging me, and if my card doesn't work, I'm leaving and I'm not paying. I'm just not gonna pay you. This is a business, you're running a business here, and if your ATM doesn't work after 10, you should have told me and I would have paid you before 10 so we wouldn't have this issue. So my mom and I over there counting our singles, counting our fives to complete for this thing. So we were like $15 short. She's like, okay, give me the cash, let me try the card. I was like, you should have tried the card first before you started telling us that it doesn't work. You just said it didn't work. So she's like, okay, so I'm gonna take this here and I'm gonna charge the 15 on the card. I was like, okay, that's fine. So she swipes it and it passes through. The card passes through, she charges me my $15 and she takes the rest of my cash. I was like, really? You didn't even try it first? You were just assuming it didn't work after 10 because that time, I don't know what that time meant, but I guess they thought it didn't work after 10. And she's like, okay. So she takes all my cash. She's like, I don't know how you're gonna do it for the tip. She wanted a tip. She asked for a tip. You hurt me. You hurt me. She hurt me. This one hurt me. She hurt me. And she's like, I don't know how you're gonna do it for the tip. ¿Cómo le vas a hacer para el tip? Si tengo que meter mi mano in your tip jar and give you the tip that someone else tipped you, I'm gonna tip you that way. But I'm not gonna tip you from my money. I'm not gonna do that. Because you know why? Because I waited 2 hours to be seen. And you know why? I waited 2 hours for you to tear off a nail that was crazy glued to my finger off with a clip and make me bleed. Bleed! Bleed! Sangre! You made me bleed! So I'm not going to pay you. I'm not gonna pay someone to hurt me. I can just tell my husband to smack me and then I can pay him or I'm just kidding. No, but no, I'm not gonna tip you. I don't care. Horrible customer service. You did not welcome me when I came in. You did not ask me if I needed anything while I was there. If my massage chair was fine, or if my water temperature for my feet was fine, or if I needed anything, you did not ask me anything. So no, I'm not gonna tip you. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna leave a tip. She's like, oh, okay, but are you gonna come back?
No! Tampoco!
Menos! I'm not gonna come back. And I told her I'm not coming back here. She's like, oh, I didn't do good that you're gonna come back. I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, really? Please come back, you know, and this and that. I'm just like, no. You could have apologized for your mistake, which you didn't. You could have said, you know, I'll give you like a coupon for your next visit. You didn't. You could have discounted me something, but you wanted to price it higher, so you didn't. And I was like, no, I'm not coming back. But the lady who did my toes was really, really good, so I might go back. But to ask for her, because she did an amazing job. She was very patient, she was very nice, she was laughing, she was talking to me, and she did speak a little bit of English, so we were able to slightly communicate. But I'm not going back for that lady, and I don't even know if I'm gonna go back, but I don't think so. So then we're leaving, right? And we were the only ones there, and they're living in their nice, you know, brand new car, of course, because they're making because they're hurting people over here. So we're waiting outside, and they're passing by. And you know that one lady that I told you that didn't speak any English or Spanish? She rolls her window down, and she's like, of course, she's, ¿quieres que me meta mi dedo en mi nariz? She's like, she's staring dead at us. She's like she wasn't smiling. But she's like, I'm like, yeah, it's deep in there, isn't it? Because you've been poking your nose for a while. They're literally there for like 2 minutes just in the driveway. I don't know what they were doing, but she's literally just poking her nose and looking at us. And I'm just like, I just stared at her back like, what the hell are you doing? What? Yeah, she wasn't even embarrassed or anything, that she was just poking her nose like nothing. And I'm not saying, you know, I don't do it, but seriously, in front of people like that and just like giving no F's about it, come on. So I'm pretty sure I already showed you some pictures, and I hated them. I tried loving them. I kept looking at them, and I'm like, all right, they don't look that bad. All right, you know, they're all right. You know, she did an okay job, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I had to redo them myself. So I ended up painting them this red color. If you guys can see it. I did like 3 different layers. You know, they look alright. But I didn't like how they were, so I prefer them how they are now. This was horrible. And you guys, when I was entering the salon, I sat there and I'm like, imagine this goes wrong and this turns into a nail salon horror stories. That's when I jinxed it, because I wasn't expecting it, because what could have gone wrong? Everything went wrong that could have gone wrong. They hurt me, they wanted to charge me more, they didn't want to take my card, it was late, horrible, horrible service. So yeah, I just had to rant about this because I could not believe it. So yeah, that is it for this video. Comment down below any story times that you have had with nail salon experiences, good or bad. You know, we like to hear the good ones too. But let me know, and of course let me know what kind of videos you guys want to continue to watch. I know I have not uploaded, but I will try to upload more often now, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'll film another video. Stay tuned for, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I missed my final. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye guys!
I've been searching for